Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Friday. We've got 16 matchups on this MLB slate today. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Working our way to 22K subs, so keep up the good work, guys. Check out all my betting links in the description below to get in on the action. Really good promo, especially with FanDuel. New customers, bet 5, get 150 in bonus bets if you win, so take advantage of that in the description below, guys. And yeah, we'll hop in it. Busy slate today. We got 16 matchups, starting with a doubleheader between the Cleveland Guardians versus the Minnesota Twins. Twins opening up as home favorites at -140. The Guardians +120 with the over-under at 8. Guardians coming into this matchup 67-47. The Twins 63-50. Pitching for the Guardians. Currently it's TBA, so we don't know who's pitching for them yet. I'm sure it'll be released pretty soon. It is a 2:10 p.m. Game, so pitching for the Twins is Bailey Ober with an ERA at 3.69. Ober, his last start, he pitched 7 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. He's been pretty solid and consistent. Gives up about 2-ish runs. So, yeah, kind of expect the same. That's kind of what he's been doing. So he's been decent. Cleveland, they're on a bad stretch. 5-game losing streak. Coming off a bad 3-game sweep against Arizona here. Minnesota coming off back-to-back Cubs losses. Minnesota 5-1 at home, where they've played very well here. I do like Ober on the mound. He's been very solid. We'll see who ends up pitching for the Guardians, but bad stretch the Guardians are coming into. I'll take the Twins at home in game 1. Next matchup, we've got the Cleveland Guardians versus the Minnesota Twins in game 2. Both teams in a pick'em scenario at -110 with the over-under at 8. Pitching for the Guardians is Alex Cobb with an ERA of 0, making his first start of the season here. Pitching for the Twins is Louis Varland with an ERA of 6.58. Cobb last season, coming off a 5-run game, giving up 9 runs in his last 3 starts last season. Varland coming off a 0-run game, but man, he's struggled this season for the Twins. His 2 games prior, he gave up 4 and 4. Yeah, so I don't think I'm in love with the Twins in game 2 because Varland, man, he's gotten lit up a lot this season. And Cobb was pretty solid last season, especially for the Giants. So we'll see how he pitches today. But yeah, not in love with Varland, man. Just gives up too much runs. I think I'll take the Guardians on the road in game 2. Next matchup, we got the Los Angeles Angels versus the Washington Nationals. Washington opening up as home favorites at -115. Angels -105 with the over-under at 9. Angels coming into this matchup 51-64. The Nationals 52-64. Pitching for the Angels is Jose Soriano with an ERA at 3.47. Pitching for the Nationals is Mitchell Parker with an ERA of 4.06. Soriano, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Parker, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Angels coming off back-to-back Yankees wins. Definitely killed my parlays yesterday with them beating the Yankees pretty bad. Washington coming off back-to-back Giants losses. Angels are 5-2 against Washington, 6-1 on the road, where they've actually played pretty well. Definitely not the best matchup on the slate whatsoever here. Both pitchers have been decent. I don't know. You got the Angels who have been good on the road, good against Washington. I'll take a shot with the Angels +1.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Baltimore Orioles versus the Tampa Bay Rays. Baltimore opening up as road favorites at -140. The Rays +115 with the over-under at 8. Baltimore coming into this matchup 68-48. The Rays 58 and 56. Pitching for Baltimore is Zach Eflin with an ERA at 4.05. Pitching for the Rays is Zach Littell with an ERA at 3.84. Eflin, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Littell, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 3 strikeouts. Baltimore coming off a Toronto loss. Tampa Bay coming off a St. Louis win. Baltimore, they're 8-1 against Tampa Bay. 6-0 on the road against Tampa. They've been very good against the Rays here. Eflin, kind of hangs around that 2 to 3 run mark. But yeah, they've just been dominant against the Rays, which I really like. Give me Baltimore on the road. Next matchup, we got the Texas Rangers versus the New York Yankees. Yankees opening up as home favorites at -170. The Rangers +140 with the over-under at 9. Rangers coming into this matchup 54 and 61. The Yankees 68 and 48. Pitching for the Rangers is Cody Bradford with an ERA at 3.96. Pitching for the Yankees is Carlos Rodon with an ERA at 4.23. Bradford, his last start, he pitched 3 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Rodon, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 8 strikeouts. The Rangers 3-7 in their last 10, coming off back-to-back Houston losses. It's been a struggle for the Rangers. Yankees, they're coming off a bad Angel series, losing 2 of the 3. Rangers have been good against the Yankees, though. 6-3 against the Yankees, but man, they're just on a bad stretch here. It's just hard to trust them. Even pitching matchup, both pitchers giving up about a couple runs a game here. Not in love with the Yankees with how they looked in that Angel series, but the Rangers have just been very disappointing here. I think I got to take the Yankees at home. Next matchup, we got the Oakland Athletics versus the Toronto Blue Jays. Oakland opening up Toronto opening up as home favorites at -140. Oakland +115 with the over-under at 8.5. Oakland coming into this matchup 48 and 68. Toronto 53 and 62. Pitching for Oakland is Mitch Spence with an ERA of 4.40. Pitching for Toronto is Jose Barrios with an ERA of 4.11. Spence, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Barrios, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 6 strikeouts. Oakland coming off a White Sox win. Toronto, they're coming off a Baltimore win. The White Sox just 2-10 on the road against Toronto. They have not played well against Toronto here. 2-6 straight up against Toronto. Barrios hasn't been the best this season. But man, they've just been so dominant against Oakland here. I like them at home today, and hopefully Barrios can have a much better game on the mound than we've seen. I'll take Toronto at home in this one. Next matchup, we've got the Houston Astros versus the Boston Red Sox. Boston opening up as home favorites at -130. The Astros +115 with the over-under at 10. Houston coming into this matchup 59 and 55. Boston 61 and 52. Pitching for the Astros is Ronel Blanco with an ERA of 2.98. Pitching for Boston is Tanner Houck with an ERA of 3.09. Blanco, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Houck, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 6 runs, had 7 strikeouts. On a bad stretch here. I mean, he's given up 13 runs in his last 3 starts. Houston coming off back-to-back Rangers wins. Boston coming off a Royals loss. Played well in that Royals series, though. Houston is 6-2 against Boston. 4-1 on the road against Boston, where they've been very good. Not in love with Houck on the mound here. Has been getting lit up here lately. I'll take a shot with the Astros +1.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we got the San Diego Padres versus the Miami Marlins. Padres opening up as road favorites at -140. The Marlins plus 120 with the over-under at 8.5. Padres coming into this matchup 64-52. The Marlins 43-72. Pitching for the Padres is Martin Perez with an ERA of 4.85. Pitching for the Marlins is Edward Cabrera with an ERA of 5.96. Perez, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 7 strikeouts. Cabrera, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 8 strikeouts. The Padres on a 5-game winning streak, coming off a 3-game Pittsburgh sweep. Miami, they're coming off a Cincinnati loss. Bad Cincinnati series, losing, going 1 of 4 in that series. The Padres 5-2 against Miami. They're 10-1 on the road right now. I mean, they're playing very well. Perez has been coming off 2 very good starts on the mound. And yeah, I'm liking the Padres. They're playing very good right now. I'll take San Diego on the road. Next matchup, we got the Chicago Cubs versus the Chicago White Sox. Cubs opening up as road favorites at minus 140. The White Sox plus 120 with the over-under at 8. Cubs coming into this matchup 57-60. The White Sox 28-89. Pitching for the Cubs is Jamison Tylon with an ERA at 3.25. Pitching for the White Sox is Garrett Crochet with an ERA at 3.19. Tylon, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Crochet, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 1 run, had 2 strikeouts. The Cubs on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Minnesota wins. White Sox coming off an Oakland loss. They won that 1 game, but now they started another losing streak. Cubs are 5-1 against the White Sox here. Just no chance I'm taking the White Sox. 0-10 at home, 1-19 in their last 20. Tylon's coming off some decent games. He had that 6-run game, but 2 of his other last 3 have given up 1 run. So he's coming off some good starts here. Give me the Cubs on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Cincinnati Reds versus the Milwaukee Brewers. Brewers opening up as home favorites at minus 140. The Reds plus 115 with the over-under at 8.5. Reds coming into this matchup 55-59. The Brewers 65-49. Pitching for the Reds is Carson Spears with an ERA at 3.59. Pitching for the Brewers is Aaron Savale with an ERA at 5.30. Spears, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 5 strikeouts. Savale, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 5 runs, had 3 strikeouts. He's coming off some bad starts here. He's given up 12 runs in his last 3 starts. The Reds coming off a nice Miami series. Brewers, they're coming off a 3-game Atlanta sweep. Nice wins for the Brewers. I'm just not in love with Savale on the mound. He's coming off a 5-run game. 2 of his last 3 games, he's given up 5 runs consecutively. So, I don't know. I think Reds are good dogs today. I'll take Cincinnati plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the St. Louis Cardinals versus the Kansas City Royals. Royals opening up as home favorites at minus 120. Cardinals plus 100 with the over-under at 9. Cardinals coming into this matchup 59-57. The Royals 64-52. Pitching for the Cardinals is Miles Mikolas with an ERA of 5.12. Pitching for the Royals is Michael Lorenzen with an ERA of 3.69. Mikolas, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 3 strikeouts. Lorenzen, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 1 run, had 5 strikeouts. The Cardinals coming off a Tampa Bay loss. The Royals coming off a Boston win. St. Louis 14-4 on the road against the Royals here. They've actually been really good against the Royals. Both pitchers give up runs. I don't know. I think it's a sneaky good game for the Cardinals today. I think they're decent dogs. Give me the Cardinals plus 1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Atlanta Braves versus the Colorado Rockies. Braves opening up as road favorites at minus 170. The Rockies plus 140 with the over-under at 10.5. Braves coming into this matchup 60-54. The Rockies 42-74. Pitching for the Braves is Grant Holmes with an ERA of 3.0. Pitching for the Rockies is Tanner Gordon with an ERA of 6.75. Holmes, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Gordon, his last start, he pitched 6 innings, gave up 1 run, had 4 strikeouts. Atlanta, they're on a 5-game losing streak, coming off a bad Brewers series. The Rockies, they're coming off a tough Mets series, didn't really play that well. Atlanta, 9-0 against Colorado, 8-0 on the road against the Rockies here. They've been very good against the Rockies. Gordon hasn't been good on the mound for the Rockies this season. He gives up a lot of runs here. Holmes, he's been okay. He's only pitched twice this season for the Braves. I think that's a great spot for the Braves to bounce back. Disappointing last 5 games from them, but they've been so dominant against the Rockies here. I'm going to take the Braves on the road today. Next matchup, we got the Philadelphia Phillies versus the Arizona Diamondbacks. Phillies opening up as home favorite or road favorites at -150. Arizona +125 with the over/under at 8.5. Phillies coming into this matchup 69-46. Arizona 63-53. Pitching for the Phillies is Zach Wheeler with an ERA of 2.77. Pitching for Arizona is Riley Nelson with an ERA of 4.65. Wheeler, his last start, he pitched 8 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Nelson, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 7 strikeouts. Phillies beating Arizona yesterday 6-4. They're on a little 3-game winning streak right now. 5-2 on the road against Arizona here. I do like Wheeler on the mound. It's been very good for them this season here. And I like them on the road today. Nice win yesterday. I'll take the Phillies on the road in this one. Next matchup, we got the New York Mets versus the Seattle Mariners. Seattle opening up as home favorites at -120. The Mets +100 with the over/under at 7.5. Mets coming into this matchup 61-54. Seattle 60-56. Pitching for the Mets is Jose Quintana with an ERA of 3.95. Pitching for Seattle is Bryce Miller with an ERA of 3.62. Quintana, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 3 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Miller, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 4 runs, had 4 strikeouts. The Mets on a 2-game winning streak, coming off back-to-back Rockies wins. Seattle coming off a Detroit win, a series they struggled with, losing 2 of the 3. Pretty even pitching matchup. Both pitchers give up some runs here. I actually think the Mets are good dogs today. I'll take a shot with the Mets +1.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got the Pittsburgh Pirates versus the Los Angeles Dodgers. Dodgers opening up as home favorites at -190. The Pirates +160 with the over/under at 8. Pirates coming into this matchup 56-58. The Dodgers 66-49. Pitching for the Pirates is Mitch Keller with an ERA of 3.20. Pitching for the Dodgers is Jack Flaherty with an ERA of 2.80. Keller, his last start, he pitched 4 innings, gave up 0 runs, had 4 strikeouts. Flaherty coming off back-to-back 0-run games here. He's pitched very well lately. Pittsburgh on a 4-game losing streak, coming off getting swept by the Padres. Dodgers, they're coming off back-to-back Phillies losses here. Pittsburgh just 4-15 on the road against the Dodgers. They've really struggled against the Dodgers. I really like Flaherty on the mound here. He's been very good for them. I'm going to take the Dodgers at home. In the last matchup, we got the Detroit Tigers versus the San Francisco Giants. Giants opening up as home favorites at -200. Detroit +160 with the over/under at 7.5. Detroit coming into this matchup 55-61. The Giants 59-58. It's currently undecided who's pitching for Detroit, so be sure to check that info when it does get released. Pitching for the Giants is Robbie Ray with an ERA of 4.40. Ray, his last start, he pitched 5 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 9 strikeouts. Detroit coming off a Seattle loss. Giants, they're coming off back-to-back Washington wins here. Looked very good in that series. Detroit, they are 5-1 against the Giants. They've actually been good against them, but Giants, they're 7-3 at home against Detroit, 6-1 at home. I mean, yeah, Giants playing very good at home here. Robbie Ray coming off some quality starts here for the Giants here. We'll see who ends up pitching for the Tigers here, but I think I'm going to take a shot with the Giants at home today. That's going to be it for the video. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Friday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Saturday. Have a good one.